was a team during the draft that made a massive move. New GM, new head coach, new era. We're going to make a statement with a trade that we're going to make and the player that we're going to draft with that. They go up to number 2. They take Travis Hunter. And now the expectations are an exciting brand of football. It's not just Stoner as the general manager. No, new face down in Duval. Run it, Foxy.
Duval. Let's do it. One more in person.
One more. One last one.
I think we decided today to do a couple of under the radar teams with this recording, and we just talked about a couple of teams and a couple of bigger teams, but I got one word for you.
Duval.
That's the word. And we're going to talk a little Duval. We're going to talk a little Jacksonville Jaguars because we all know that like sports media, ESPN, FS1, these big things that kind of like feed the system and are kind of like the overarching narratives. People get mad. Fan bases get mad. They always talk about the same things. They get paid millions of dollars. They have tons of access to micro data. Those videos play well because they have more fan bases. They have a larger fan base. Mm-hmm. There's just more clicks. There's more things to talk about. But every year in the offseason, there are all these like under the radar interesting teams that don't get covered really because it's just not like who gives a who cares? 100%. It's just, and the Jags are a small market team with a small fan base. They're just not that interesting to people, but they are to me.
They're interesting to me.
They are. And I want to know where Jags fans are, if any Jags fans find this, on kind of like what your expectations are for the year, because I'm not even sure what mine are, but I do know that I'm really, really excited about the turnover staff-wise.
Yeah.
I want to kick it to you in a minute, but just real quick, like we talk about freshness and age and juice, and I understand that this take is a little ageist, and I'm kind of being like, okay, boomer on this one.
Yeah.
But I think it goes really, really under-discussed just how kind of checked out, golf course, rolling their eyes at press conferences, sighing at press conferences, looking a little long in the face and gray in the hair. This coaching staff was last year, whether it's all the way up to Doug Pederson, who I think came in as a stabilizing force, did that, kind of checked out.
Handed over play calling to Press Taylor, who sucks.
But Press Taylor, the OC, and Ryan Nielsen, the DC, I think were bad coordinators.
Terrible.
And I think it was a bit of an old boys club where those guys were kind of getting the bag and kind of there and being like, we're not going to win shit, let's be honest. And it just got really bad last year.
Yeah.
And I think because of that, people are out.
Yeah.
And I understand that. I don't know that they're my pick to win the division. I'm not there yet.
Yeah, I don't know either. I don't know who's winning this division, to be so honest. But, God, this team has juice, and I just will not apologize about it.
They do.
I just think they're fun. I think Coen, their coach, is fun. I thought the Duval thing was cool. I don't know. Like, he's just kind of boys. Like, I seen the video of him coming in and, like, dapping everybody up, being like, what's up, baby? Yeah, what's up?
Yep.
Like, it's new, fresh energy, you know? And you got the GM, I'm blanking on his name.
James Gladstone.
Yeah.
Yep.
He's, like, our age fully.
He is.
And he comes from Rams, you know what I mean? Like, that's the best nucleus in the NFL, like mind-wise. You know,
and Grant Udinsky, the OC, is 28.
Yeah. From the Vikings, right? Yeah. So you have two guys who are coming from really elite systems last year. You know what I mean? You look at Gladstone coming from that Les Snead tree. You know, we don't even need to mention it. Brad Holmes is our GM. You know what I mean? That tree's elite.
Yep.
The Vikings were one of the best offensive teams in the league last year. Like, so fun to watch, even as a Lions fan, being like, damn, this. Like, you know what I mean? And I've said it before when we were talking like Russell Wilson. I've said it before when we've been talking about all these other quarterbacks, but like, I'm not by any means selling my stock on Trevor Lawrence. I'm just not. Yeah. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I've watched him be really good. I don't know. Like, I go back to this same argument over and over and over again when it comes to Trevor Lawrence, which is you had, this disastrous first year with Urban Meyer. Second year, Pederson comes in, like you said, stabilizing force, right? Comes in and kind of just like cleans everything up. You win the division. You make the playoffs. You go down and have like one of the worst halves anybody could have in a playoff game. 4 picks. Follow it up with 4 tutties. Win the game fully. You know what I mean? You start the next season off. You're the number 1 seed at week 10 in the AFC. That's Josh Allen included. That's Patrick Mahomes included. That's Lamar Jackson included. Number 1 seed. You get injured with a leg injury. You try to play through it. Everything falls off. And then you start this year. It seems like we said, it seemed like everybody was just checked out. Nobody was really, there was no urgency at all. There was 3 or 4 games those first couple of weeks that you absolutely should have won that you lost. And it fell off a cliff. And they got rid of everybody involved. They went out there, put their nuts on the table, traded up to go get, bar none, the most fun player in the draft.
To me, that sent a huge message.
Will he be the best player in the draft? I have no idea.
It's hard
but
to
he
say.
was definitely the most fun.
Most dynamic.
He's the most electric.
Yeah.
Easily.
Won a Heisman non-quarterback last
Fully.
year. Yeah,
So,
that's
like,
big.
I don't know. I mean, so now your offense, Tank Bigsby takes over as your running back. You have Brian Thomas Jr. comes out, looks amazing last year. And now you have Travis Hunter as your wide receiver 2. Them some good weapons right there.
Yeah, bro.
ETN's still on the team.
Yeah.
Whatever you end up doing with him, but he definitely doesn't suck.
Nope.
So I don't know. I mean,
He had a bad year last year, like everybody else on this team.
He did.
Thomas.
But again, was it his fault? I mean, was it that he isn't good at football anymore, or was it just that like the vibes at the place were just not good?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, I feel like so many people look and just go, "Oh man, Trevor Lawrence is like kind of a bust quietly." It's like, has anybody taken a liking to Trevor Lawrence? Has anybody looked at this guy and go, "God, you're 6'5", 230 pounds. You have a rocket arm. You're sneaky fast, and you were the most sought after generational prospect we've seen since Andrew Luck." We've said it 1 billion times. And then year 2, we started to see flashes of that player. But who's taking this guy's game and grabbing his hand and leading him and going, "Hold on, no, you have something here."
I think this head coach and Liam Coen for the first time
I
ever.
totally agree.
And, we've also never seen him with a real arsenal that we believe in.
Yeah.
And I actually think we are too low on this group.
I totally agree.
Calvin Ridley's a good player.
Yeah.
He's not a needle mover at this point in his career as an elite wide receiver. No. Evan Ingram, good pass catching tight end, sure.
Yeah.
Travis Etienne, we don't view him as an elite level running back. And I think he's going to get his spot ran this year by Tank Bigsby.
Yep, I do too.
So, and again, the O-line consistently under Trent Baalke's regime has been horrible.
Trent Baalke was such a bad GM.
That's a big deal.
Such a bad GM.
But again, you mentioned Brian Thomas Jr., but he was incredible last year.
Incredible.
You talked about Travis Hunter. He's the best receiver in this draft class. Yeah. He's incredibly dynamic. Yeah. And Tank Bigsby, again, he's like that guy that nobody's talking about. You want to talk a little fantasy football? Don't let your league mates draft this guy in the 9th round or wherever he's going. Agree. In the limited time where they really had Travis Etienne out of there and he was just the running back, he had Bucky Irving-like type games.
Yeah.
So now you're getting the Bucky Irving architect with the guy who was kind of like the Bucky Irving of Bucky Irving, like the Tank Bigsby of Bucky Irving's last year. And Etienne can be the Rashad White.
Yeah.
And I don't love the O-line, but I do think that there is like a feeling that this team is just like it's building. It's not really there, and Trevor's Daniel Jones and all this stuff. I don't think we really know what he is yet because of the injuries and because of the coaching staff and just not a great roster.
Remember the pass dropping compilation where 2 years ago, where it's like
in 23,
in 23, where he at the end of the season he had I think like 21 touchdowns, 22 touchdowns, something like that.
Yeah,
but there was legitimately like 15 or 16 that were like dropped. Beautiful passes in the end zone that guys just fully drop. So it's like, all right, well, what's the narrative if he has 37 touchdowns?
And you got Christian Kirk up out of there, who I think is the definition of a Jag, no pun intended.
Yeah, no, that's real.
And again, I don't even think defensively either we have seen what we could potentially see out of this team. No, I don't think the defense is great. No, I think they're middle of the road. But Josh Hines-Allen and Trayvon Walker, who has quietly developed into a pretty good player, I do think that's something. And I do think that bringing in a new DC who's also younger, who's been in different systems like the Packers, he's been on some of these interesting things. I talked about Ryan Nielsen last year at DC. He was checked out. He was just golfing with Doug. It was a lot of BS.
Yeah.
And look, Tyson Campbell, that kid they have at corner, he when he's been healthy, he's been amazing.
Yeah.
Travis Hunter will play a little corner here and there. Who knows how that's going to go? But I think this year is being viewed as like, yeah, they're rebuilding. It's the first year, but I think they can compete with Houston for the division.
I totally agree. I think they're sneaky division contenders.
And we know, like, you and I both like Cam Ward. We feel like he's a little under-discussed.
For sure.
But I don't believe in that coach, and I don't believe in that roster. No. I think they need to figure out what direction they're going in around Cam Ward.
Yeah.
And then Indianapolis, I mean, we're getting reports now that neither Anthony Richardson nor Daniel Jones has separated. I'm sorry. I'm out.
Yeah.
Because you brought in Daniel Jones essentially because of Anthony Richardson's shoulder, kind of going, okay, we're doing the old, Shane Steichen's playing Kevin O'Connell, and in this movie you're playing Sam Darnold.
Yes,
give us the year with some of these good pieces. Well, now we're hearing actually Anthony Richardson might look a little better than him in camp.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm out because Anthony Richardson sucks at quarterback. I love the guy, right? Like he seems like a good dude, and his traits are awesome, but like he blows.
Yeah, no, he does suck.
So you've got two tight end fullback hybrids throwing the ball around in Colts camp who are like, yeah, but they're huge and fast. It's like, I don't care. They can't throw.
100%.
So, and Houston, we've talked about the O-line.
Yep.
We've talked about that team probably being the, I think with the defense, the coach, the culture, and the quarterback, they should be the pick.
Yeah.
But the Jags are kind of that sneaky guy in the background that everyone's going,
something in my
no,
guts,
not them. And it's like, maybe.
Something in my gut's just telling me it's not going to be Houston. I don't know what it is.
Your gut is the worst O-line in football. That's your gut.
No, I swear to God, I swear.
Especially for you who values O-line and trenches. They don't really have it.
No, they don't. That defense is so good.
They're the pick.
They are the pick. But if we're sitting here, 6-7 months from now, are we shocked if it's Jacksonville?
No, and especially talk to me next year.
Oh yeah.
If these things that I've talked about and you've talked about in this video come to fruition, and you and I are planting the flag now and going, I'm not done with Trevor, and we are proven right next year. I'm not saying he's going to be Baker Mayfield from last year with Liam Coen.
No, I don't.
But
think
can he
so.
be year one Baker Mayfield in Tampa?
Yes, I think he can.
I think so too.
100%.
And I think with some of these pieces, look, it might take a minute. They might be 8-9, 9-8 next year. That's fine.
Yeah.
But they're not going to be 5-11, like 5-12.
I don't foresee that for them at all.
I don't either. And I don't know. I get it. It's a small market team. We're over Trevor.
Yep.
We don't really want to talk about him anymore.
Yep.
But I do. I'm really, really interested in some of this offensive talent.
Totally agree.
And this coaching staff and guys our age who are just true football lovers and like kind of young dudes being like, nah, we're coming in with juice. We're trading next year's first rounder for Travis Hunter this year. This is Madden. We're going all in. And
it's 100% Madden. I love it.
It's dope. Yeah, and I think Liam Coen wants to be there. I think he wants to coach Trevor. I don't know that Doug Pederson ever really did all that.
Yeah, I think Doug Pederson was looking for a paycheck.
I do too.
Liam Coen seems to be looking for like legacy.
Yes.
Like he's like,
this is his chance.
100%.
Doug had his chance. He got his ring.
Yep.
That was, I'm going down to Florida. I'm an older guy. I'm going to go on the golf course, take my Lipitor
baby.
in the morning, take my Cialis, and we're going to just see how this goes.
Yep.
And it went all right.
Yeah.
Until it didn't. But that's not what this is with Liam Coen. This is his chance to be a real coach.
Totally agree.
And it's all about Trevor. And I think he showed more embrace with Trevor than Doug ever did.
Yep.
I don't think him and Doug were ever really that much.
No, I totally agree.
I
totally agree.
That was Urban's pick. That wasn't. That wasn't his. He inherited him, and it was kind of like, hey, don't f this up. It was that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So, call me crazy.
Yeah.
I'm in.
Hey man, I'm with you. I am too.
Yeah.
I'm fully in.
Duval.
Let's go, Duval.
Duval.
Lit.
All right, man. Well, Jags fans, let me know what you think, man. Are you guys in? Are you out? Like, are you excited? Are we tripping? Is this too much? Is it not enough? Like, where are you guys? Because I think it's a quiet fan base. It's a quiet team. It's a small market. I don't have my finger on the pulse with what these fans are talking. So I want to know.
Yeah, I don't either.
I hope some of you all find this. Thanks, man. Till next time. All right.